My name is Julian and I'm here to talk to you today about writing. What a surprise, I'm always talking about writing, but today's video is really special. Usually I talk about writing kind of with the understanding that the people who are viewing that episode have done writing before, have written a lot, are trying to work out the writing that they have done or are doing. But I've never really done a video for the person who is starting out, the person who has not ever really written but wants to get into it, because everybody's got that story in their head, right? I meet so many people who, when I tell them I'm a writer, they say, oh, I have this great story that's been in my head forever, but they don't know how to get started. They don't know how to actually get that story out. So I'm hoping today that I can help you get serious about writing. This video is, of course, for you if you are wanting to get serious about writing. I've written a number of books and short stories. I have one self-published novella called Phoenix, which you can check out. Links in the doobly-doo. I'm also working on 2 other books at the moment, which have nothing to do with Phoenix, but you know, that's how I work. So if at any point you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them. So let's get started. Let's say you have finally decided, you know what, I am sick of having that story in my head, I'm gonna write it down. What do we do? Well, first, understand that writing is a skill. I know so many people are like, oh, you're so talented at writing, you're so talented. But it's a skill like anything else. Yeah, Michael Phelps is good at swimming, but there was a time when he didn't know how to swim. Same thing. So with that understanding, give yourself permission to suck. 'Cause you're gonna. We all did. Not a single one of us just walked into this writing game and was good. Some published authors are still not good. My second piece of advice is to write that amazing idea that you have. So many authors starting out are like, oh no, I know I'm gonna suck, so I'm gonna save my amazing idea until I'm good. The problem with that is if you try to write something that you're not passionate about, especially when you're starting out, you're not going to keep writing. You need that passion. You need that story that has been pulling at you for most of your life. Don't avoid it. Don't wait. Write it now. And don't worry. Even if that story sucks right now, that's why God created editing. Every author edits. So don't be afraid to fuck up. You can fix it later. My third piece of advice is to try and figure out whether you are a plotter or a pantser. What's the difference? Well, a plotter does a lot of work before they actually sit down to write the story. There's a variety of different ways to plot, and unfortunately, I'm not a very good plotter. I'm a pantser. So I'm going to link you below to some excellent videos that will show you how to plot. Like I said, I'm a pantser. A pantser just writes. They don't necessarily have too much planned out ahead of time. I don't write down a bunch of stuff beforehand. I don't have a plan or a chart or anything. I just go. But I'm a little bit of a freak. Don't assume that you're going to be able to do that. I personally think that more authors are actually plotters than are pantsers. So I really recommend you check out the videos about plotting and consider giving it a try, especially with your first work. It can probably really help you out because having a plan is a good idea. Either way, try a little of both and figure out what works best for you. What gets the story finished. Remember, when you're new, you haven't figured out a routine and a habit yet. This is your time to find and create one. This is the time to experiment. Try writing at various times of the day. Try in the morning when you wake up, try in the afternoon, and try late in the evening. A lot of authors find that they write best late in the evening. But definitely give all the times of day a chance because I find that I write best in the morning. Give all of those times of day a good try to see where your brain is most able to really get into its writing groove. Try different locations. Write on your bed, write in your office, write sitting on your couch like I do. Go out to a coffee shop and write. Go to a bookstore and write. Try all of the different places and find out which one of them works best for you. Some authors, like myself, work best when they're at home in a consistent environment, but others swear by going out to coffee shops and stuff where things are a little bit more moving around and distracting. Some people like that, so try them all out and see which works best for you. Try music and try silence. Some writers write better if they have sound, which is me. I like to have music, but I definitely prefer instrumental music. I can't really write if there are lyrics. I do create, as some plotters do, a sort of song list, a playlist for my books. I usually create them kind of as I go, but whatever I feel like a book needs, I will try and find a song that will suit it. So definitely consider creating a playlist, or at least starting out with a few instrumental songs that you know you like, but you won't find distracting and that suit the mood of what you're trying to write. It may seem weird, but having the right music for the mood of your story can be really helpful. Also, try silence. Some authors swear by it. Some authors just cannot have any sounds to distract them. So, as tough as it might be, find a way to write in silence for a little while to see if that's what you need. Try writing freehand. I know, it's tempting to just sit down there with your laptop, but sometimes that laptop can be the thing that's distracting you from your writing, because the internet is also there. Some people really find that writing things down in a notebook and then typing it all out again in a laptop is helpful. I'm not one of those people. I don't write freehand, but definitely give it a try. I think for some people, the more slow writing of freehand allows them to really process the story as they're writing it. And especially if you're starting out, you're not going to be super fast anyway, so maybe starting out slow with a notebook will be the way to go. Try them both. Give scented candles a chance. I know it sounds weird, but your other senses can be really important to your writing experience. Remember that you're going to have to prioritize writing. If you're serious about this, which you watched most of this video, so you probably are, you're going to have to plot out when you're going to write. Because none of us have some random gap in our day where we're like, well, I'm not doing anything during that, so I can put writing right there. No, we fill up our day. We fill it up with work, we fill it up with school, and yeah, we fill it up with some leisure too. So you're probably going to have to take some of that time that you were using for leisure and use it for writing. Now, once you get more experience with writing, you might find that writing is leisure. For a lot of us, our writing time is our relaxing time. It's our time to finally do the thing that speaks to our soul. But at first it's going to feel awkward, and you're going to have to decide when you're going to write and choose writing over what you would normally do, whether that's playing video games, whether that is watching TV, whether that is surfing the internet. You're going to have to put writing in there on purpose, because there's never going to just be a time in your day where you're like, I've got nothing else. I know I'll write. Because that's not how life works. Remember, you're trying to train a habit into yourself, and that takes a long time. It's not something that you can teach yourself in just a couple of weeks. You have to really be strict with yourself if you're serious about becoming a writer. Not only do you have to plan out a time to write, but you have to stick to it. Now, don't feel like you have to become the badass who writes every single day, but you should definitely plan out when you're going to write and stick to it. Try setting a phone alarm or a calendar to remind you. Train yourself to respond to the location that you've selected to write in, whether that's your couch or a coffee shop. Let your brain become aware that that is your writing space. And I know you're going to get tired of hearing this as you continue on your writing journey, but you gotta write when it isn't fun. It's not gonna be fun every time. That is a reality that all of us writers have to deal with. Sometimes you can break it up if the writing's not being fun. I give myself permission to write smaller chunks, just so it seems a little bit more manageable. Do what you have to do, but get the writing done, because nobody's gonna do it for you. Get hyped and share your work with others. Now, I don't mean you have to share your entire story with them, but find other writers online, on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever. Get hyped about your story and share your progress with them. They're going to help hold you accountable to your writing journey. Consider sharing little snippets of what you've written, even if it's just a sentence with them. Or even just to the ether, post it online, even if nobody responds. That kind of thing will keep you going and keep you hyped about your story. And lastly, remember that all writing is practice. Even if you're pegging away at something that you know you will never use and something that you think is just dumb and silly, you're practicing. So whenever you can write, that is practice, baby. I hope that some of you found this video helpful, and I hope that many of you will get out there and try writing that dream book that has been in your head forever. Like I said, nobody is going to write it for you. And like I said, if you have any questions, drop them below in the comments, and check out my other videos about writing as you continue with your process. I've got a ton of them. There's a playlist. You know what to do. And of course, if you want to see more things about writing and books and other stuff from me, then subscribe, because that's how you do it. I post videos twice weekly, and I will see you again, hopefully next time, with whatever video I happen to be doing next time. Jane the cat says bye. Brr, I love you, Mommy. I'm gonna claw your face off because I love you so much. That's love. When someone claws your face off, then you know. Bye, guys.